Hey guys, it's TechRun here. In today's video, we're going to go over some of the best Black Friday deal sales that you can get for yourself for a new PC build, or maybe just something you're looking to get for college, for a laptop, or just anything in particular that add to your studio that a little bit more spice to it. So let's just jump right into it. Now, of course, everything I do mention in this video will be linked down below. If you do use those links, they do support the channel at no cost to you guys, so always appreciated. First of all, we're starting off with laptops. I got this nice actual HP laptop that I found a good deal for. That is a 12th gen CPU from Intel, meaning that's not gonna have any stability issues. And on top of that too, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigs of storage, so like if you can place anything on there from photos, videos to other stuff. But this is primarily going to be one of those laptops you get for yourself that you're not planning to do anything graphically intensive on it, just more like if you're gonna do Word, Excel files, some documents, and just keeping track of those kind of things. That's where this laptop is actually perfect. It only costs a total of $250. There are some other laptops around like $150 to $100, and most of them I thought were pretty good, but they always lacked one thing. Maybe they're slacking on the RAM with 4 gigs, or they have some problem with their SSD where they only give you like 128 instead of 256. Yeah, I don't know. There's always one issue with a laptop. There's never just one perfect laptop, and it's so annoying, unfortunately. But if you do want a laptop that can do pretty much everything and you're fine with using Mac and you actually like the system, then I would recommend the Apple MacBook Air, which is the 13-inch for the M3 chip. Now, this version of this Mac actually comes with 16 gigs, 256 gigs of storage, and then all I would really recommend you do is just buy external SSD for 1 terabyte. I will have one link down below too. But this thing will be able to crush anything you throw at it, and you will not have to upgrade it for quite a long time, because if you bought the M1 Mac, you're chilling. You bought the M2 Mac, you're chilling. You bought the M3 Mac, you're chilling. Like, there's no real reason to buy the M4 if you already have the previous ones, and they also perform just as good as them. So you can save yourself a little bit of money in getting a previous generation, and that way you can save some money and hold on to it and spending somewhere else, like that SSD I talked about. But let's just say, for example, you want a laptop that can absolutely crush it, video editing, OBS, anything on the go. Well, we got ourselves the Asus ROG Strix G16 gaming laptop. Now, I don't particularly want to recommend Asus because they had some drama in the past, but this is a good laptop for a good deal that I could find that had like the few things I wanted. 16 gigabytes of DDR5, which is great. 32 would have been better, but 16 is perfect for any laptop if you want to do anything on it. We also got a nice i7 CPU. If I remember correctly, this is the 14 with 24 cores. So yeah, this is the 14 core CPU, but it has 20 cores, not 24, but still absolutely crush anything you throw at it. And if you need anything graphical power, you also got that 4060. Now, it's not going to be like a full 4060. It's going to be the mobile version, which is still going to have some problems here and there. But if you're just doing 1080p video editing, maybe some like 4K video editing here and there, or just doing anything graphically challenging, this GPU will be more than enough to absolutely crush it. And if you go any more further than that, you might want to think about getting a desktop computer. But this, of course, is $1,100, so you're not gonna absolutely break the bank and spend like $1,300, $1,500, or $2,000 for a gaming laptop, which is just madness, if I could say, the very least. Next up, we're on headphones. First of all, we got my favorite pair of headphones, which is the Bose Quiet Comfort. These things are absolutely amazing. If you guys do not know, I have like 2 of them. I have one right here in the studio I primarily use, and I have another one that I forgot where it's at, but they're just that good. Now, keep in mind, if you do use them a whole lot, the cuffs will wear in over time, but luckily you can replace them really easily. But they are amazing for just on-the-go travel, comfort, and just being nice audio quality. And they're actually at $200 right now. Now, they are on like a sale for like Black Friday for 43% off, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't know how many of these sales are legit. I just kind of go for the thing that I think is good, and I want to recommend it, because some of the stuff I can look up Honey and be like, did it actually drop? Like, for example, here you can actually see it was actually around $349, but this was before the day of Black Friday, so like originally it was listed around like $230, so technically it did drop by like $30. But sometimes these Black Friday deals are just not as good as they used to be in the past. I remember when Black Friday deals were absolutely amazing and people would fight over them, you know what I'm saying? Just why is Black Friday not like that anymore? I want to go in the store and throw some hands. These hands are rated E for everyone. I'm joking, but Black Friday just is not as good as it used to be. I feel like a lot of people can agree on me on that one. Another pair of headphones we got, of course, some Sony headphones. We got the WH-1000XM4. These wireless headphones are absolutely amazing. I'm not a perfect pair. I don't prefer these headphones because the cuffs on my ears do not like it. I like having on-ear headphones, not over-ear. So that's primarily why I don't use these. However, most of my people in my lawn company actually use these that I actually got for them, and they absolutely love them. And they're actually on sale by like $2, so like $198. So that's pretty good. So if you're looking for some nice wireless headphones, you can either go with over ear or was it on ear? I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but you get the general point. But let's just say looking for some cheap headphones for gaming. We got the HyperX Cloud 3 headphones. I have a lot of friends who play Apex Legends and just gaming content in general and absolutely love these headphones. These are like the headphones I use, and they're only $50 instead of $100, so like 50% off, and they're just absolutely amazing. So that's why I recommend them, just because I have a lot of friends who use them. They say they're good. Now for mice, this is where it gets fun. First of all, we got the Logitech G Pro Wireless. It is 50% off right now, so it's like $70 or $69.99, which is kind of funny. You can also use a coupon code to get another like $3 off. So yeah, this is the mouse I currently use for my set for gaming, and I absolutely love it. I haven't upgraded since. This is like the mouse that's like the NE mouse that you probably won't ever upgrade to unless you really want a final mouse or something really fancy. But I can't really reason with myself to spend like $200 to $300 on a mouse. But ultimately, up to you what you want to do. Now for another mouse, we got the HyperX Pulsefire Haste. So this is a $55 mouse. It's actually on sale because of the last 30 days in Black Friday, plus it's an Amazon choice. So yeah, this mouse is pretty good. It's like a similar design to like the final mouses and actually the G Pro Wireless with all the holes in it. I'm not a huge fan of that in my personal opinion. Like, why would you put a bunch of holes in your mouse? I know it's supposed to make it lighter and smoother, but at that point, you could just get like a glass mouse pad. Another mouse you could also get is the Razer Death Adder. I actually have this from my brother. He absolutely love it. It's really cheap now. It's like an OG Razer mouse. It's only like $21, which is just absolutely ridiculous. And on top of it, we also got this mouse for like 20 bucks. But we also on top of it have the Logitech G203 mouse, which is also $19. So yeah, I actually gave this mouse to my grandpa that I originally had. It was very good, but honestly wanted to go wireless because wireless is just better. And honestly, there's no reason for me to ever turn back. But my grandpa loves his actual upgrade, especially the RGB on it, which is kind of funny. We also got some keyboards. We got this one from Warmer SK80. It's a 75% keyboard. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did not find too many good keyboard deals. So this is the only one I was like, oh, this one's cool. It's $55 or $56 actually. And it looks very nice. It is wired in wireless, so you can just charge it and unplug it and do your thing. Now we got some cool stuff you want out of your studio. So first of all, we got this magnetic floating pot. So it uses two strong magnets. So one's gonna be in the base, of course, then you place another magnet on top of it. It pushes it on up. So it gives it the appeal that it's actually like levitating, which is really cool. I'm actually gonna add this in the studio for myself, and I might place a panel in it, but I also think I'm gonna primarily use it for like B-roll shots. So let's say I get a CPU from Intel or AMD. You guys should send me out CPUs, by the way, so we could like check out new stuff. I really want to test new CPUs, but I feel like it'd be really cool. You see on camera, this new CPU being floating on a stand. Then you're like, damn, that new CPU looks good. The performance looks amazing, but also that stand. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's gonna be perfect for my setup, so I'm definitely gonna get one of these. If you want something cool to add to your little studio or setup and you like playing Minecraft, there's this cool potion bottle for Minecraft that actually uses two AAA batteries to power it, but it looks super freaking cool. I was actually sold this a while back and I just kind of forgot about it, but I thought I mentioned to you guys because honestly, it's really freaking cool. Now, if you want some cool replica items from video games or Valorant or Apex Legends, I actually have this site here from Li Wan Tang. And if you use code GMAN, you can get actually 10% off on your actual purchase. So let's just say you want a heirloom replica of Octantarium, you can get that here, which is awesome. Or maybe you want something from actually Valorant. So you can go to here, the Valorant knives, you can find something you want and you can actually display it in actually your studio. So if you're interested in that, use code GMAN, get 10% off and find something you like. Next up, we got some monitors. So first of all, we got this 49-inch monitor that usually is around $875. It's actually on sale for Black Friday at $68. I said 68, but I usually short things down to say instead of saying $680. So yeah, you can also save another $80 on top of it if you apply the coupon. So in theory, you're saving $200 from this, which is still ridiculous for a nice 49-inch monitor. Now we got some nice smaller monitors. We got a monitor for here for gaming. This is a 27-inch from Kairu. I probably butchered that. 240 hertz, 1 millisecond refresh rate. The color range is not that great. It's only like 100% color gamut, but it's only, then again, $144. So that's pretty nice. We also on top of that got another monitor, which is the monitor I currently use from AOC, which is the C27G2Z. Monitor names are absolutely ridiculous, but all you really need to know, it looks really nice. It's curved. On top of that, 240 hertz with 0.5 millisecond response time. So yeah, if you're looking for a really nice gaming monitor, this is the one I recommend, and it's also only $140 right now. I wish I bought this when it was on sale because I originally bought this for $180. So yeah, save 40 bucks on this. But if you do want a nicer monitor, we got also a Samsung 25-inch Odyssey G4 series. So this was listed around like $350. It's right now at $200. So if you want a nice, like, just pure gaming monitor, which is only like 25-inch, yeah, this is really good. But let's just say you want some nice 2K gaming. We actually got this one from AOC. It's curved gaming monitor. It's a QHD panel too. Ooh, it is. Oh yeah, it is 240 hertz for only $220 for 2K. So yeah, if you really want a nice monitor, this was the one I would say go for. Just spend a little bit more money instead of the 140 monitor for 240 hertz. Grab this. This is 240 hertz plus also 2K. You could also switch it to 1080 for more FPS. Next, we got GPU deals. Now, there aren't really too many good GPUs, especially since the fact that Nvidia is cutting back all their GPU production, so they're no longer producing the 4090, 4080, so you're not going to see any deals on those GPUs. They're more likely to go up in price. However, they still are manufacturing the 4060 and 4070 until the 5090 release. I think it's going to be like in January with CES or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll probably grab myself the 5090. Let me know if you guys want to see like a whole video on that by smashing the like button. If you're enjoying this video so far too, let me know that way as well. But this GPU is the 4070 12 gig DDR6X memory. Oh my god, this GPU is so good. I've actually have a lot of people I build PC for, and this is the GPU I would recommend anyone use in their build right now if you're looking to upgrade a PC to DDR5. But I would not recommend this if you are planning to wait for the 50 series. Just hold off. But then again, instead of spending like $500 and $600 on this GPU, this is the lowest GPU I've seen for this particular one for $490. So keep in mind, all the GPUs I built for people, the GPU costs around like $520. We save it a decent sum with going this GPU. It is only a dual fan design, but still, it's way better than a single fan design. Never buy a GPU with a single fan. Pro strat does not go well for your cooling. Next up, we got another GPU with the 4060. Now, 4060 is a very hot topic card. If you're looking for an entry card that's pretty good, it has all the features of an NVIDIA, this is one I would honestly recommend right now since it's going to be still manufactured. Now, if you're looking for some nice motherboards, we got a few of them. So we got this actual Gigabyte Z790. I don't butcher that super hard. So this is a nice Gen 5 board with Gen 5 lane. So if you want to add a Gen 5 drive, you can absolutely do this. We also got another one from actual Gigabyte, which is their Ice version. It's funny because their normal version is $189 and their Ice version is the exact same price. So ultimately, if you want a white build or black build, decide which one you want. We also got this other one, which is a B760 board for Gen 12 Gen CPUs from Intel, and also up to 13th to 14th Gen, but I don't really recommend any 14th or 13th Gen CPUs right now. Just, they're unstable. I don't trust something that's unstable, and I don't recommend that something that's unstable. And with this motherboard, we actually got a great CPU too. So if you're looking for a nice motherboard, this is one I built with my dad. Fantastic board, by the way. A lot of PCIe lanes. Fantastic. We also got another B650 board for AM5. This is the best one you can really get right now. Of course, you have like 2 M.2 slots. You have 3 actual PCIe 16 byte slots. You have actually a 16 byte slot, and also a nice Gen 5 drive area too, if you want to do that, and also 2.5 gigabit LAN. So yeah, it has all the bells and whistles for only $140, which is insane. I'll probably pick one of these for myself for my M5 build. And on top of that too, we actually got CPUs. Now, there aren't really too many good CPU deals. I just want to quickly go over that. The first one I thought that was really good, which was the 7950X. So the 9950X is actually extremely expensive right now, around like $600. So if you want to save yourself some money, you can go previous gen and get this for $466. And you'll be absolutely chilling. We'll absolutely crush everything you throw at it. This is the CPU I actually plan to use for my next PC build for DDR5. I'm still kind of debating right now if I'm going to build my PC first for DDR5 or I'm going to buy the 5090 first. I think I'm going to buy the 5090 since I know I'm going to spawn a small fortune on that anyways. Then I'll build my own personal PC on it. We also have the 99X, which is not really too much on sale right now. It is like around $382, so up to you if you want to actually get that. Then we also got some AM4 CPUs, which is the best gaming CPU on sale right now for $130. You can get a nice 8-core 16-thread CPU, which is the 57X, which just crushes in gaming. Like the 58X is around $260 because like everyone's trying to buy it now because it's like the best thing you can get for gaming on AM4 still. But this is better, just so you can see why the price. Then we also got the 56X, which this is a 6-core 12-thread CPU. It's gonna be great for gaming, will crush everything you want to do if you just plan to do gaming with some like activities on top of it, and it's only $105 right now. Then for 12th gen CPUs, we got one from Intel, which is the i9 12900KF. It's $240. Now, there really aren't too many good deals for Intel CPUs. They're more like trying to get rid of the 12th gen inventory because they know it's too good and stable, and then they can sell it for way cheaper. So everyone is just absolutely trying to get all, like Intel's definitely trying to get rid of the 12th gen CPUs. I'm willing to bet money because every single day for the past week, I saw all 12th gen CPUs from the i5s to i7s go down by 50 to 60% at Best Buy, and they sold out like flies. So I wouldn't be surprised if my conspiracy theory, and this is just a theory, is they're trying to get rid of 12th gen so they can focus on selling their newer stuff. But the newer stuff is kind of unstable. So I don't know, man. But this is the last CPU from Intel I would ever recommend. Now for some DDR4 memory, if you are still on DDR4 platform, you can get some really cheap, nice 64 gig sticks for $89, which is absolutely insane. But honestly, if you're gonna just buy really nice memory for like DDR4, just get 128 so you never upgrade later. That's me personally, that's what I did. Love it. You can never have enough memory nowadays, especially since Chrome just eats up everything. We also got another memory kit for $50 for actually 32 gigabytes of DDR4, 32 megahertz, which is pretty good. Not like 36 though. Then we also got some DDR5 memory, and this is when the deals really start kicking in. We got one from Crucial Pro DDR5 memory, 32 gigabytes of 64 megahertz with CL38 latency. So yeah, this is only for $90 too, instead of spending like $99 for the G Skill memory for 32 gigabytes. You can save a little bit of money on this, and it'll be very reliable. You can also buy the white versions too if you really want to. Then we also got another memory kit from Corsair Vengeance for their 64 gigabyte kit of 52 megahertz. So it's gonna be slightly slower, but you're gonna get a lot more memory with 64 actual gigabytes of RAM, which is just ridiculous, for $140. Now for hard drives, we got an 8 terabyte hard drive from Seagate Barracuda. So for $110. So if you're looking for some just mass game storage that you don't particularly put your most prioritized games on there, like if you play games, you put your games you played a lot on SSDs and NVMEs. You put your extra Steam games on hard drives. And this is a drive just for you, or you can use it for your NAS too. I'm gonna actually pick up 2 of these for my NAS because I still have 2 more space open. And we also have a 2 terabyte version for $65, but I would recommend just grabbing the 8 terabyte version. Then we also got a NAS deal from Ugreen. Now, I'm not sponsored by them whatsoever. I just thought this was a really cool deal, and I kind of regret buying the Ugreen NAS and not waiting until Black Friday. So that's why I'm mentioning this in. So you can get this, instead of buying it for $700, you can get it for $56 or $560 for a Ugreen NAS for 4 bays, 110 gigabit LAN, a 2.5, and on top of that 2 NVMe slots for some really fast reads and writes. So yeah, I'm gonna throw that in here just because of the fact that, damn, I wish I saved myself some money and did this. Now on top of that, we got some more storage. We got some Crucial storage for their T700. This is their Gen 5 drives. It's like one of the best drives on the market for Gen 5 currently. So if you want to save yourself money and get yourself a big upgrade for the long term, $180 for 2 terabytes, which is pretty good. And if you want to save yourself some money and not go actually Gen 5 and want to get even more storage, I would recommend the Crucial P3 4 terabyte NVMe SSD for only $212. This is actually gonna be the drive I personally get for my personal PC, because like there's no real reason to use Gen 5 drives because a few different factors. One, it's gonna take up more bandwidth on your board, and I permanently want to focus on having more lanes for my actual PCIe lanes for actually my like capture cards and stuff like that, and using a Gen 5 drive will just hinder that performance. So using a Gen 4 drive, more quantity, more lanes available to me. You can see why I'm going with this one. But we also have the Samsung 980 Pro SSD for 1 terabyte for only $99. Now, usually these are listed around $100 anyway, so it isn't that much of a big deal. You kind of just save like $2, but still, I thought I mentioned it here. But let's just say you want absolute balls to the walls actual storage. We got ourselves the, what's it called? Sabrent 8 terabyte Rocket 4 plus 8 terabyte NVMe drive. Now, I actually have a friend who just built himself a new work PC. He went with like the Pro Art motherboard and all that jazz, and he bought this exact drive, and it absolutely just a monster of a thing. Like, oh my god, man, I am so envious of him. I wish I had this as my boot drive right now. You are going to spend a little bit of a small fortune on it, being $1,000 instead of spending like 1,500. So if you are someone who uses their PC a whole lot, who makes good money, this would be the drive I would recommend to anyone if you're doing professional grade work. Now, if you are looking for a power supply on a deal for your new PC build, I would recommend the Corsair MR750 watt power supply. This is 80 gold plus, 750 watts, so it'll be able to power anything in your PC. So that'll be good, and it's only $80 right now, so you're saving around over $50 to $60 on a good power supply. Now, if you are looking for a power supply that'll be completely overkill, that'll get the job done for 50 series or for any higher end GPUs, I would recommend the Corsair MR1000E power supply. This is a fully modular power supply that's 80 gold rated, plus on top of it too, 1,000 watts. So this thing will be able to hold its own against anything you throw at it, and supposedly it's got PCIe Gen 5, so it should support the new 50 series cards if anything were to change to them. So not entirely sure that's going to be the case. The only thing I really know about the 50 series is that the 5090 is supposedly taking 600 watts, which is just absolutely insane the case. Now, is that going to be consistently? Probably not. So that's why you want to overkill power supply. So I recommend like a 1,000 watt power supply, or just to be on the safe side, a 1,200 watt power supply. Get yourselves the Be Quiet power supply, which is a 1,200 watt power supply. It is of course modular, 80 gold plus. It'll be able to crush everything and be quiet at the exact same time, since it's using a Be Quiet fan. Now, if you are looking for a good cooler for a nice high-end CPU, I would recommend the Arctic 360 Liquid IO. This is one I primarily recommend to most people out there. Absolutely great cooling and only costs $90. However, there are some on sale for Black Friday. This is the one I just would recommend to most people. You can also get this actual Thermaltake one, which costs $55 and is a 360 rad with a little bit of RGB. So ultimately up to you which one you want. You can also get yourselves a nice 240 IO from Thermaltake, which I have another great deal for another 241 for $48. So yeah, there's a lot of great options from Thermaltake IOs right now, which is sick to see. Well, those are all the best deals I could find so far for Black Friday. I most likely will be continuing to update this by the hour. So if you see any good Black Friday deals, let me know in the comments down below, and I might just check them out and add them. But yeah, I'll see you guys back here for another one. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash the like button, get subscribed to me some future tech content. GMAN.